Okay, tell me who you are and where we're at.
Okay, I am Christine Bates, and we're at the Bagley Gallery and Housing.
And Christine, what was your role in this project?
I am the photographer. On some of them, and some of the images are the girls from my class, from the Rise and Shine program at Alternatives for Girls.
Oh, okay.
And on this side of the gallery is shelter and outreach. These pictures depict what is in the shelters at AFG, because normally people, when they think of a shelter, they think of what Hollywood, a sea of cots, very impersonal, very, just everybody kind of in everything, And at AFG, it totally is not. It has colorful walls. It has inspirational messages on the walls. I had a young lady stand. I said, "Go stand somewhere where you like." Where it's your favorite. In the activity room, she stood over there, and when she stood underneath this, it was, my journey was over her head, and Me Displaced was there. So to me, that just spoke to me, that is what this girl is going through. There's babies in there, there's love in there, because there's mothers and babies, and and AFG provides not only for the body and the financial means, because they help get them jobs and help get them, on their feet. The girls in the shelter are ages 14 to 18. They don't have enough life experience to try to step out of where they're at and help themselves succeed. So that's what AFG is there for. They also provide for the spiritual. These series of white is taken by a woman that volunteers in the shelter, and they're called peace pictures, and the girls actually ask for them. She tells them to get in a peaceful place, and then takes their picture and gives it to them to remind them that no matter what's going on around them, that is not them. That is them. And it's, with the white clothing and the white background, it's all clean and peaceful, that is them, who they really are. The yellow there is one of the girls in the shelter, and although it looks like she's praying, which kind of made it appropriate to put along with the white, she is a hairdresser, and she was in the shelter doing one of the girls' hair, and I just thought it was so amazing that she's a very dark woman to begin with, but against the yellow, and with the yellow of her earring, she just looked like Nefertiti. I mean, like some African goddess. She just is so beautiful, and she's got this big, huge smile, and I was just, that's the walls of AFG. They're yellow and green, and this young lady here and this young lady here are pregnant mommies in the shelter. There's pregnant mommies there that need mother care, that need, services that are specific for mothers that are pregnant, making sure that the babies are healthy. They really didn't want their pictures taken because they're shy, and women don't, like the way they look when they're pregnant, but they wanted maternity pictures, and I told them, look, I know how to take them so that you look absolutely beautiful, and that, they wanted a belly picture, and she had never seen the heart on the belly before, so, when she saw that, she loved it. I went on outreach rides. AFG has a van that is an outreach van, and it goes out on the streets of Detroit, and it provides sandwiches and water and services to the women and young women out on the streets. And these women here, the two colors pictures, the two, the color versus the black and white, were women on the street. And no matter what kind of day they had had being unsafe, they know that you could be safe when they approach the van, because there's help in the van. And when they're done, there was a smile on their face. When they first came up, they were very, timid and shy, but they love the women in the AFG van. So these pictures over here depict the neighborhoods, what the kids are in. This one is from my first class. After my first class, I saw this on my way home, and I just thought that is so perfect for what AFG is about. Is saved for you and me is different for these women. Saved could be food in their belly, their children being taken care of because there's a roof over the head, as opposed to being on the streets. It's different. This is my signature picture here, and that was...
I'm Amy Good, and I'm the CEO at Alternatives for Girls.
Oh, thank you very much.
We're at the Bagley Housing and Art Gallery, and I'm really excited about the opening of the art show today. This is Christine Bates' beautiful exhibition of photos that she's taken and photos that girls that she's worked with have taken. And she did this work as part of being a volunteer at Alternatives for Girls this past summer. She worked with girls from first grade through middle school and taught them photography, and actually really kind of unleashed them. Told them a little bit about using a camera and about arranging photographs, and they just hit the ground running. At Alternatives to Girls, we serve homeless and high-risk girls and young women, and we do that in 3 ways. We have a shelter for homeless young women ages 15 to 21. We have a street outreach program where we drive and walk around the streets and work with girls and women who are involved in prostitution, other forms of commercial sex work, and also teenage girls who are engaged in high-risk activities. We do a lot with peer educators. And then our prevention program, which is the area where Christine primarily works. And we just work with girls. This program is specific to Southwest Detroit. Work with girls and their families, and Christine worked in our summer program. And her class, the photography class, was very popular, and it was very exciting for the girls to learn from a professional photographer. So Christine's brought together photos that represent the girls and represent things that they care about, things in their life, and it's an absolutely breathtaking exhibition.
But this is was on an outreach ride. This is my signature picture, and this young lady was actually very young, and it was night, and you need to use a tripod at night, generally, if you know anything about photography, and I didn't. So I had to mess with my shutter speed, and I was fighting with my camera, but I had gotten a couple that I wasn't happy with, so I changed the setting, and that was it. It was like, that is the picture. That is, you know, what this whole thing is about.
Well, it's like
These pictures on this side are from the class. These are what the girls took in my class. I gave them Ritz camera, donated cameras, 35mm cameras, film, and development. And I told the girls to take the cameras with them wherever they went. They took them home. And these are the images that came back. The girls' names are underneath, and you know, in where they went to the zoo, they took the pictures to the zoo. They took them home. They took them to birthday parties. They took them, you know, some of them need to be edited. Some of them weren't quite so great. You'll see that, you know, I cropped them. I had to fix some of the color, whatever. But I looked at them for composition, and I was just shocked, amazed, and so blown away at the composition of the pictures that these girls took, because, you know, I gave them a little bit of instruction, but I didn't give them a full class on composition. I didn't give them a full class on flash and lighting and things like that. This is what they did, and it just is from their creativity and from their own, you know, ingenuity, so to speak, that they got these images. And I was just amazed, just absolutely amazed. So that's what these are on this end. I am Christine Bates. I am the photographer for the show Invisible, and I am not only the photographer, but I was the teacher for the girls in the Rise and Shine program at Alternatives for Girls. So some of the images that you see here are their images, and some of them are mine. And the Bagley has been very generous in helping us bring the exhibit here and bring Alternatives for Girls to people, to the public.
And tell us a little bit more about yourself.
I am a stay-at-home mom. I live in Royal Oak. I have 3 beautiful children and a husband, and I am a photographer and trying to get more experience by teaching the class and meeting the people at Alternatives for Girls, and kind of grow my photography through this exhibit. And there's Amy Good, who is the CEO of Alternatives for Girls, and she is the inspiration of why I am here.
Okay, thank you very much.